So when life throws you that curveball, what do? Do you just react kind of on impulse?
Mm.
Or do you actually, pause and respond strategically?
It seems like such a simple question, doesn't it?
It really does. But I think the answer often determines whether you're constantly just uh, putting out fires or if you're steadily building something that really lasts.
Absolutely. That distinction is everything.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're not just talking about working harder, pushing more. We're diving deep into thinking sharper.
Yeah, getting strategic.
Exactly. Our mission here is to pull out those powerful strategies that, top thinkers use, how they anticipate change, make smarter decisions, unlock your real potential.
And we're digging into the insights from the art of strategic thinking. It's packed with good stuff.
It really is. And trust us, by the end of this, you'll have, well, hopefully, a kind of blueprint to outthink obstacles, act with more precision, and really take confident control of where you're headed.
Sounds good. Let's get into it.
Okay, so that pause you mentioned, that brief moment of intentional thought, you're saying that's where it all pivots.
I really think so. It's not just about stopping. It's like creating a little neural bypass,
Yeah.
Getting around that instant reactive part of the brain.
Right. Letting the planning part, the prefrontal cortex, actually kick in.
Exactly. That deliberate override of just going on autopilot, that's the birthplace of real power.
So it's where you stop playing checkers.
Yeah.
And start playing chess.
Yeah.
You're not just reacting to the piece right in front of you.
You're seeing the whole board, the whole system.
That's the core of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strategic thinking. Your greatest superpower, really.
It can be.
But okay, for listeners, how is strategic thinking different from just, say, being smart or, just planning ahead? Is there a distinction?
Yeah, that's a really crucial distinction to make. Strategic thinking, it's not about being manipulative. It's not rigid or cold.
Right, not like some movie villain plotting endlessly.
Exactly. And it's definitely not some elite skill that's only for, CEOs in boardrooms or generals in war rooms.
Okay.
In its purest form, it's really just a way of approaching problems and opportunities too, with clarity, with foresight, with intelligence.
So then it's being intentional.
Yes.
Instead of just reacting all the time.
Yes.
Thinking before you act.
Choosing your battles wisely.
And anticipating the consequences, the ripple effects of your moves.
Right. It's about seeing patterns where maybe other people just see chaos. Understanding the systems underneath.
And knowing which levers to pull.
Precisely. Knowing which levers give you the most impact.
I like the analogy of an internal GPS.
Yeah, that works well.
You put in your destination, your ultimate goal. You assess where you are now, scan the routes.
Cleverly avoid the roadblocks.
And then move forward. Calmly, confidently.
And, thinking bigger picture, this kind of thinking matters more than ever right now, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're drowning in information, constant distractions.
Yeah.
Just
Right. Strategic thinking helps you slow down your mind in the middle of all that. It's the difference between being swept away by the storm.
or navigating it.
Right.
Like a skilled sailor, reading the currents, the wind.
Exactly.
And the benefits, they're really tangible, aren't they?
Definitely. Better decisions, often faster.
Less stress, less emotional reactivity, which is huge.
Good. It clarifies your goals, your priorities, gives you an edge, really, in work, relationships, just daily life.
And maybe, most importantly, it builds that deep confidence that comes from clarity. Like, think about this scenario. Two people lose their jobs unexpectedly.
Okay.
Person A just panics, takes the first job offered out of fear, ends up feeling stuck, resentful.
We've all seen that happen.
But person B pauses. They strategize. They think, okay,
Yeah.
what are my long-term career goals?
Right.
Who's in my network? Who are my mentors?
They take a breath.
Right. And they end up landing a better role, something
Yeah.
more fulfilling. That actually aligns with where they want to go.
Same event, totally different outcomes.
The only difference, one reacted, the other strategized. That's the power we're talking about.
And that first part of the art of strategic thinking, it really hammers this home. Your greatest power isn't always your knowledge or your talent.
Right.
It's simply your ability to choose how you think. It's not about being the smartest person in the room or the strongest.
It's about being the one who can pause, evaluate, think clearly, especially when things get tough, under pressure.
Precisely.
And this is where you really see that difference between a reactive mind and a strategic mind.
Yeah, it's stark.
Like the reactive mind feels anger and just lashes out. I'm mad, I'm saying something right now.
Impulse.
But the strategic mind feels that same anger and thinks, Okay, I'm mad. Let me cool off first.
Yeah.
Then figure out how to address this in a way that actually solves the problem.
No, it just makes it worse.
Exactly. Reactive mind panics when things go wrong. Strategic mind steps back, reassesses, looks for options proactively.
Reactive wants the quick fix. Strategic wants the long-term results,
Yeah.
sustainable results.
That's it. Emotions are signals, right? They give us valuable info.
Absolutely. But they aren't always the best decision makers on their own.
I like the analogy.
Yeah.
You can't control the storm, but you can choose how you dress for it.
Right. That shift, just evaluating the emotion instead of letting it drive the bus, that turns chaos into clarity.
And there's a really practical tool this source suggests, something you can use immediately. The 3-second rule.
Yes. Simple but effective.
Before you respond, just pause. 3 seconds. And ask yourself, what outcome do I really want here? Is this reaction I'm about to have helping or hurting that outcome?
Crucial question.
And what would the strategic version of me do right now? I found those 3 seconds. Game-changing. Saved me from sending emails I'd regret.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Kept relationships intact. Honestly, just changed the course of stressful situations.
And developing that kind of mental discipline, it means actively practicing delaying gratification, thinking beyond just right now.
Beyond this hour, this day, this week.
Right. Strategic thinkers make decisions based on where they want to be later, not just how they feel now. It takes restraint, no doubt.
Definitely takes restraint.
But it pays off. Every time.
Another really cool mental tool is the future you test.
I like this one.
Before a big decision, just imagine your future self, maybe 5, 10 years down the line, watching you.
Okay.
Would that future you applaud this choice? See the wisdom in it?
Or would they cringe?
Exactly. Would they cringe, knowing the long-term fallout from an impulsive move? It really trains you to zoom out, get past the short-term temptation, see the bigger picture.
So how do you train this strategic muscle daily?
Well, the book suggests a few things. Start by asking better questions. Instead of, oh no, what do I do? Ask, okay, what's the real issue here? What would success actually look like? What's the smartest next step?
Also, journaling your decisions, just 5 minutes maybe. Reflecting. Was that strategic or was that purely emotional?
Yeah, that reflection is key. And playing mental chess, thinking 2, 3, 4 moves ahead. What are the ripple effects?
And don't underestimate the power of your environment.
Oh, definitely. Surround yourself with strategists.
Yeah.
Their habits, their way of thinking, it rubs off. It's like osmosis.
Powerful stuff. Okay, so once you've got that foundation, that strategic mindset, the next step is sharpening your aim. Right. And that means getting crystal clear. The art of strategic thinking calls clarity the cornerstone of all strategy. But how often do people really know what they want? Beyond something vague.
It's so rare, isn't it? People say, I want to be successful or I want to be happy.
Which is fine, but
But it's a wish.
Yeah.
It's not a blueprint. And without that laser clarity, you just keep saying yes to distractions.
waste time on goals that aren't even yours.
And confuse being busy with actually making progress. You can spin your wheels forever.
Exactly. Strategic thinking has to start with clarity. If you don't know the target, how can you possibly build a smart plan to hit it?
Makes sense.
So the book lays out a pretty powerful 3-step process for this.
Okay, step 1, understanding your true goals.
Digging deeper than just the surface answers.
Right? Asking, what does success really look like? In my eyes, not someone else's definition. What kind of lifestyle? What impact?
What do you want to be known for?
And that powerful one, what will I truly regret not doing? Specificity is key here.
Yeah. Instead of, I want financial success, maybe it's, I want to be debt-free and have $100,000 invested by age 40.
That's tangible. That's a target.
Exactly. Then step 2, which I find really powerful, is reverse engineering success.
Landing backward.
Always. Visualize the end result vividly, then ask, okay, for this to be true, what had to happen right before it?
Like the published author example.
Right.
Holding the book. What came before?
Getting the publishing deal.
Before that, finishing the manuscript.
Before that, writing the chapters consistently.
Outlining, carving out the time.
It breaks these huge, daunting goals down into clear, manageable steps, milestones you can actually track.
Love that. And step 3.
Setting outcome-driven priorities.
Mm.
Clarity is useless without action. Strategic thinkers prioritize based on impact, not just urgency or ease. What moves the needle most towards that defined outcome?
Like launching a side business.
Yeah.
Building the actual product.
Yeah. That moves you forward faster than, say, spending weeks agonizing over the perfect logo color.
Right. That can come later.
To help with this, there's a great tool, the Power Priority Filter.
Okay.
Write down your top 3 big goals. Then look at your weekly to-do list. For every single task, ask, does this directly support one of my top 3 goals?
And if the answer is no?
Eliminate it, delegate it, or at least delay it. Focus on what matters most.
And this gives you that power of no, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Once you know your destination clearly, you're almost required to say no to things that don't help you get there. It simplifies everything.
There's also that bonus tool, the one-sentence strategy. Can you boil down your whole strategy into one sentence?
Yeah, like I'm building this coaching business to replace my 9-to-5 income in 12 months.
If you can't say it that clearly.
You're probably not clear enough yet. Keep refining.
Okay, so clarity is set. What's the next foundation piece?
Information. The golden rule. Learn before you move.
Right. If clarity is power.
Information is precision. It lets you see clearly, aim accurately, execute with confidence.
But the goal isn't to know everything, right? That's impossible.
Totally impossible. It's about knowing enough of the right things. The best strategic moves, they often look effortless, almost intuitive.
But they're backed by insight.
Always. So, to gather the right info, the book suggests 3 filters. First, relevance. Does this help me make a decision or solve a problem right now?
Avoid those endless rabbit holes.
Exactly. Second, timeliness. Is this recent? Is it still valid? Don't base today's strategy on yesterday's news.
Makes sense.
And third, credibility. Who's giving this information? Are they proven, experienced, or just, loud?
That's a big one today. Lots of loud voices.
For sure. A good approach is often to go wide first, get the landscape, then go deep on the critical areas.
Like improving personal finances.
Yeah.
Start with foundational books. Get different perspectives.
Compare them. Talk to people who've actually done it successfully.
But there's a trap here, isn't there? Overthinking.
Definitely. Paralysis by analysis. Endless research, waiting for perfect information that never comes.
Or the opposite. Just jumping in recklessly without checking anything.
Also dangerous. The balance, the sweet spot, is learning just enough. Understand the landscape, identify the really important knowledge gaps, fill those.
And then move. With a strong but flexible plan. Minimum viable knowledge.
That's a great way to put it. You don't need to be the world expert, just expert enough for this decision.
And just collecting facts isn't the end goal, right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
You have to turn research into actionable insight. Ask, what patterns am I seeing here? What's working and why? Where are the gaps? What are others missing?
So a method for that.
A simple 3-step approach. Collect smart, using those filters. Synthesize fast, look for overlaps, contradictions, insights. And act immediately, maybe with a small, low-risk experiment to test your insight.
Treat information like a long-term asset.
Exactly. Top performers read constantly, not just to memorize facts, but to train their minds to see connections, build that mental toolbox for future challenges.
Okay, so we have clarity, we have information, now we need perspective.
Precisely. That leads us to seeing the board, mastering the big picture. It's that chess analogy again.
Right, not just the next move, but the entire board, how everything connects.
Yeah, it's about systems thinking. Seeing how the parts connect to the whole, instead of looking at problems in isolation.
You see the patterns, the interdependencies, the hidden causes.
Like that manager example.
Yeah.
Team productivity drops. Do you blame individuals?
Or you look at the system. Workload, tools, communication, upstream issues.
That holistic view often shows you where the real leverage is.
Strategic thinkers are also great at connecting dots, right? Across different fields, different times.
Absolutely. They're constantly scanning, looking for trends, tipping points, ripple effects others miss. Think Elon Musk connecting energy, transport, AI, space.
That's a massive interconnected vision.
It is. And at the heart of that is pattern recognition. That's the strategist's super skill.
Because human behavior, markets, growth, they follow patterns.
They do. Recognizing them lets you predict outcomes, avoid mistakes, find leverage points. You got to keep asking, what's really going on beneath the surface here?
Like understanding market cycles aren't just economics. They're human psychology, greed, and fear.
Exactly. Or in relationships, seeing those recurring trigger reaction patterns can totally change the dynamic.
So seeing the patterns and then mapping the landscape, like generals on a battlefield.
Kinda, yeah. Understanding the players, the power dynamics, their positions, who's involved, who has influence, where's the power, what are their interests, their motivations, how are alliances shifting?
Like researching the hiring team for a job, not just sending a generic resume.
Perfect example. Or in relationships, understanding the emotional dynamics, who influences whom, what needs are driving behavior.
Yeah.
It gives you incredible clarity.
An almost unfair advantage.
And it's not just thinking wide, but thinking deep. Thinking in layers and timelines.
What happens today, next week, next year, 5 years from now?
What's the surface issue versus the deeper cause? Like that career switch example.
Yeah.
Don't just look at salary.
Look at lifestyle, skills acquired, where the path leads in 5 years. It's a strategic investment.
And crucial here, avoid tunnel vision. Avoid those short-term traps. Getting hyper-focused on one problem can make you solve it, but create 3 new ones.
Always zoom out before you zoom in.
That broader view then sets you up perfectly for anticipation. That quiet power of seeing ahead.
Not waiting for the storm, but watching the tide, positioning yourself before it hits.
Preparing not just for what's likely, but for what's possible.
So, the art of thinking, several moves ahead. Understanding every move changes the future.
Constantly asking, what will this trigger? How will others respond? Where does this lead 5 moves down the line?
Foresight isn't magic, it's a skill, built by following that chain of consequences.
Which leads directly to scenario planning, preparing for multiple futures.
Not paranoia, just being positioned.
Right. Consider the likely scenario your baseline plan.
The best case, how to scale up.
The worst case damage control, exit strategy.
And the wild card, the unexpected, how to stay adaptable.
And closely related is contingency thinking. Your hidden armor.
Plans B, C, D.
Exactly. It removes fear, builds confidence, keeps you moving forward calmly. Obstacles become detours, not dead ends.
And a huge part of anticipation involves people, doesn't it? Reading them, anticipating behavior.
Vital. Every decision, negotiation, collaboration, it involves people. And people follow patterns.
So study motivations, respect, security, power, freedom.
Watch their patterns, especially under pressure.
Listen between the lines for the unsaid emotions, the fears.
And anticipate reactions. Will they get defensive? Will they open up? Understanding this multiplies your options, builds trust too.
So how do we train our minds to anticipate better? Habits.
Definitely habits. Pause before deciding. Ask about the next 3 likely consequences.
Play mental simulations, visualize scenarios and your responses.
Use the 10-10 rule. How does this affect me in 10 minutes, 10 months, 10 years?
Keep a what-if journal practice contingency thinking on paper.
And always debrief decisions.
Yeah.
Reflect. What did I expect? What actually happened? Why?
Okay, so we've got foresight, clarity, information. But knowing when to act is critical. Timing.
Timing is strategy. The right move at the wrong time, still the wrong move. Timing is that quiet force behind breakthroughs.
And this is where patience becomes a weapon.
The ultimate strategic weapon, maybe. Most people lose because they move too fast. Impulse, urgency.
Strategic patience isn't passive, though.
Not at all. It's active, waiting with awareness, preparing, observing. Like the eagle, the archer, the negotiator.
Waiting for the right moment. The goal is acting right, not just fast.
So how do you spot that right moment? You look for high leverage moments?
That sweet spot where a small timed action creates massive results.
Yeah. Look for tension peaks. Time the market, not your mood. Monitor signals, subtle ones too. Leverage that readiness window, like surfing catch the wave at the right time.
And how do we actively avoid those impulse decisions?
Build in a delay rule, like 24 hours for any big decision. Let the emotion cool.
Ask that 5-year question again. Will this matter in 5 years?
Check your triggers. Fear, ego, boredom, fake urgency.
Talk to someone neutral, a mentor, a friend. They can spot timing gaps.
And always shift from reacting to responding. Responding is intentional.
But what about the other side? Analysis paralysis, waiting too long.
Also dangerous. Set a decision deadline. Define enough information you don't need 100%.
Like Bezos' 70% rule.
Exactly. If you have 70%, maybe it's time to move. Trust the process, not just the perfect outcome.
So the strategic sweet spot is that dance.
Between patience and precision. Wait long enough to see, act fast enough to seize. Ready and patient.
Okay, from timing to impact. Leverage. How to win with less effort.
This is key. Outside success isn't just hustle, it's leverage. Small input, massive output, like that hydraulic jack.
So leverage means minimum effort, resources, time for maximum impact. A force multiplier.
Right. First step. Identify your leverage points. Where are you putting in 80% effort for only 20% result? That Pareto principle again.
Flip it around. Find the 20% effort that gives 80% result.
Exactly. Look at time leverage. Automate, delegate, eliminate. Skill leverage. Maximize your unique talent.
Network leverage. Who do you know? Platform leverage.
Yeah.
Assets working while you sleep. Content. Reputation.
This is all about working smarter, not harder. Batching tasks. systematizing repetition with templates,
The rule of three, pick 3 high-impact tasks daily.
and asking better questions like, how can this get done without me doing every step?
Leveraging relationships.
Yes.
Standing on the shoulders of giants.
Powerful. Be a giver first. Map your network. Collaborate. Leverage mentors. That 30-minute talk saving you 3 years, that's leverage.
And technology leverage, can't ignore that.
Non-negotiable. AI as an amplifier. Automate ruthlessly. Calendly. Zapier. Build systems, dashboards, trackers. Invest once in the right tools.
Every automated minute is a minute reclaimed for strategy.
And leverage your resources beyond just money. Time, energy, knowledge, people, positioning.
Repurpose old work. Barter skills. Find underused assets.
All leverage.
But is leverage just laziness? Trying to do less?
Not at all. It's designing your effort so every ounce counts. Excavator versus spoon. It's about thinking strategically about effort.
Finding the fulcrum. Like Archimedes. Give me a lever long enough.
And I will move the world. It's about building a life that compounds, where things grow over time with less direct input.
Okay, but life throws curveballs. Plans change. What then?
Adaptability. The plan matters, yes, but the ability to pivot matters more. Adaptability is intelligence in motion.
Strategic agility. Responding to change with clarity. Quick, thoughtful decisions. Realigning without losing the long-term vision.
That calm is contagious idea from the Navy SEALs.
How do you pivot without panic?
First, expect the unexpected. Change isn't a bug, it's a feature.
Okay.
Second, slow down before you speed up. Breathe. Ask, what's actually happening now? What's the new reality?
Third, reassess the landscape. Update your mental map. Don't cling to the old plan.
And finally, define the new objective. Is the original goal still viable? Is there a better outcome now? Like the GPS recalculating.
For making decisions in real time, that ODA loop.
Observe, orient, decide, act. It's a rapid cycle. Keeps you sharp, adaptable.
Define decision filters beforehand, too. Values, long-term vision, avoiding irreversible damage.
Yes. And trust your trained instinct, that mix of analysis and intuition informed by experience.
The key seems to be staying flexible but focused. Fluid approach, fixed purpose.
Hold the vision, loosen the plan. Your why stays, your how adapts.
Use feedback, not fear. Every setback is data. What's it teaching me?
And maintain rituals in chaos. Morning habits, journaling, weekly reviews, they become anchors.
We see this agility everywhere. Netflix pivoting from DVDs to streaming to content.
Or that freelance photographer shifting from events to e-commerce product shots during the pandemic. Earning more, that's agility.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. The human element. Influence.
Ah, yes, the art of strategic influence. True power often lies in guiding thoughts, feelings, actions, subtly. Understanding what drives people.
It starts with understanding human behavior, right? We're predictably irrational sometimes.
Hahnemann's work, exactly. Emotions, habits, biases, heuristics, they influence decisions heavily.
And those core needs, autonomy, belonging, competence, influence taps into those.
And don't forget the power of storytelling. Humans are wired for stories. They move hearts, simplify complexity, anchor ideas.
Great strategists are great storytellers.
Absolutely. For strategic communication, listening comes first. Deeply understand fears, values, objections before you try to persuade.
Give their language.
Yeah.
Adapt to their worldview data for some, vision for others.
Principle of reciprocity. Give value first. Build goodwill.
Framing and anchoring. How you present things matters. $10 a day versus $300 a month.
But crucially, the ethical side.
Right. With great power
comes great responsibility. Ethical influence respects autonomy, avoids manipulation, seeks win-wins, builds trust through integrity. It's leadership.
Like Mandela inspiring reconciliation by understanding fears and hopes.
Or Steve Jobs selling dreams, identity, aspiration, not just products.
Okay, we've covered a lot. Mindset, clarity, info, seeing ahead, anticipating, timing, leverage, agility, influence. But it all comes down to execution, right?
Absolutely. Execution is where dreams meet reality, the bridge between ideas and outcomes. A great strategy without execution, just a wish.
So how do we bridge that gap between the plan and the action?
Break it down. Complex strategies into small, clear, actionable steps. Reach out to 5 clients today.
Set deadlines. Build in accountability. Share goals. Track progress. Celebrate milestones.
And eliminate those bottlenecks. Fear, perfectionism, bad environment.
Execution isn't just willpower, though, is it? It's habits and systems.
Fundamentally, Build keystone habits morning routines, daily reviews that create ripples. Create systems for repetition, weekly planning, follow-up processes. Automate where you can.
And measuring progress is key.
What matters gets measured. Track key metrics, sales, leads, focused work, well-being, whatever's important.
Reflect and adapt regularly. Weekly, monthly. What worked, what didn't. How to improve.
Celebrate wins. Learn from losses. View setbacks as learning opportunities, not failures.
Like Elon Musk breaking massive goals into tiny tasks, scheduling in 5-minute blocks, constantly reviewing. His strength is doing.
Exactly.
So, wrapping this all up, what does this mean for you listening right now? You've got the tools now.
Strategic mindset, clarity, informed decisions, big picture thinking, anticipation.
Timing, leverage, agility, ethical influence, disciplined execution.
Your strategic edge comes from living this way, not just occasionally, but consistently.
Strategic thinking isn't a switch you flip. It's a way of living. Every decision, every conversation, every action is a chance to outthink, outmaneuver, outlast.
When you live like that, challenges become training. Failures become feedback. Uncertainty becomes an advantage. You keep moving forward with purpose.
You become, well, unshakable.
And remember, you don't need to be a genius or have a fancy degree for this. You have the raw material already, this deep dive, just the blueprint.
So here's a thought to take away. What's one small strategic pause or one powerful quality you can bring into your day, starting now?
How can you start outsmarting your own limitations? Turning those challenges into your biggest opportunities.
Keep honing that mindset, keep practicing these skills, and most importantly, keep taking action.
Because the greatest victory isn't just outsmarting others.
It's outsmarting yourself, becoming that strategic force you were always meant to be. Now go live strategically. Go win your day.